Hello guys, I'm Tom, and today we'll dive into what the true Santa Claus is all about. One of the most grotesque, intriguing, and downright terrifying creatures featured in the epic Netflix anthology series Love, Death and Robots is the true Santa Claus, better known simply as the Do-Gooder. This creature serves as the main antagonist of the episode titled All Through the House, part of the show's second season. This short film, written by Philip Gelatt and directed by Elliot Dear, presents a very interesting twist on the classic character of Santa Claus. In this episode, two kids encounter a creepy being on Christmas Eve, a monstrous, memorable, and unique version of Santa Claus. This entity judges children. If they've been good, it rewards them. If not, it punishes them, depending on the situation. Since it's the holiday season, I decided to explore this monster. That's why in this video, I'll break down the complete story of this short film in detail. To do so, I'll provide a thorough summary of All Through the House, then describe the creature's physical appearance, what we know about its personality and behavior, and also discuss the monster's characteristics and abilities. Finally, I'll explain what this entity actually is, according to the director and screenwriter of the short. The short begins on Christmas Eve. We see a fairly large house with all the lights off, except for the usual Christmas lights. Snow is falling outside, and it's 2 a.m. when a young girl named Leah wakes up after hearing a noise. She quickly wakes her younger brother, Billy, and asks if he heard the noise too. Still groggy, Billy asks what noise she's talking about, and at that moment, both hear the sound of a jingle bell or a Christmas chime. Billy, excited, tells his sister that it must be Santa Claus and that he's come to visit them. The two kids open their bedroom door and quietly sneak out to the second floor of the house. They reach the stairs and carefully peek into the living room. From there, they see a shadow moving. It appears to belong to someone big and somewhat heavyset. They also notice that the TV downstairs is on and that there are already presents in their stockings, along with what looks like some candy. Excited, Billy and Leah descend the stairs. On the TV, a Christmas movie is playing, showing Santa Claus saying he'll deliver all the presents quickly, surrounded by kids and a dog. The children hide in the living room, each behind a couch. Leah peeks out excitedly and sees someone behind a Christmas tree placing gifts. Judging by the shadow, she assumes it's Santa Claus. However, in a chilling twist, she notices a fleshy tentacle emerging from behind the tree. The tentacle dips into a nearby glass of milk, draining it completely. Still warm, the tentacle grabs the cookies and brings them to the creature behind the tree, which devours them grotesquely and burps after swallowing. Horrified, Leah hides again with her brother. The plate of cookies slides across the floor, and at that moment, we see two clawed feet step forward. The creature unplugs the lights on the tree and the TV, leaving the room partially dark. It then uses its claws to move the couches and uncover the children. The creature reveals its mouth and roars fiercely as Leah and Billy scream in terror, trying to back away. At this point, the creature is more clearly visible. It is large, bulbous, and somewhat amorphous. The monster approaches, sniffs Leah closely, and says her name. It then informs her that she's been good, regurgitates a slime-covered gift box, and hands it to her. Next, the monster sniffs Billy, says his full name, William, quickly licks him, and after a moment of consideration, determines that he's been good too. The being regurgitates a large, long present for Billy, and tells them both to keep being good. It moves toward them menacingly, touches them with its extra hands, and covers its face before leaving. Finally, it ascends through the chimney, and the fireplace reignites. Billy and Leah look at the gifts the creature left for them. When Billy opens his, he finds a turbo train toy, exactly what he wanted. Billy confirms this to his sister, and continues staring at her, still very scared, holding his gift. The scene then shifts to Leah and William lying in their beds with the lights off. Leah asks Billy what he thinks would have happened if they hadn't behaved well. Both look at each other thoughtfully and remain silent, deeply frightened. At that moment, the camera pans away from their window and ends the short film with the same shot of the Christmas-decorated house, while snow falls in the middle of the night. Now, let's dive deeper into this. I want to talk about the creature's physical appearance, the little we know about its personality and behavior, and explain its characteristics, abilities, and what this monster truly is according to director Elliot Dear and screenwriter Philip Gelatt. The physical appearance of the true Santa Claus is grotesque and terrifying, resembling a kind of xenomorphic alien, but even more twisted and abominable. The creature has a long, somewhat plump body with a bulbous, fleshy appearance. Its back features sharp, clawed feet and visible ribs. On the upper part of its body, the creature has two prominent bones on what would be its back, with its spine also visible beneath its skin. Additionally, it possesses long arms or limbs, much longer than its back legs, with multiple joints that end in claws even larger than those on its feet. The head and face of the creature are its most striking and horrifying features. Its head is large and fleshy, with a massive pouch-like sac similar to that of a pelican. The beast has no visible lips, leaving its mouth perpetually exposed, displaying a set of razor-sharp teeth. Interestingly, this dentition resembles that of a bear, but is much larger and more terrifying. Moreover, the creature lacks eyes or recognizable facial features, giving it an even more menacing appearance. On either side of its head, the creature has a pair of smaller arms that end in humanoid hands with long fingers. These hands often cover its face, concealing its mouth and teeth. Additionally, the creature appears capable of extending long, fleshy tentacles from its mouth or from the lower part of its body, likely its stomach. All these traits give the creature a unique, grotesque, and terrifying look, more akin to something from the Alien franchise than anything related to Christmas or Santa Claus. We don't know much about the true Santa Claus's personality. However, despite its chilling and fearsome appearance, it seems to be a conscious and highly intelligent being that does not wish to be seen. For this reason, it is extremely stealthy when entering a house or any location to deliver gifts. Interestingly, it possesses excellent perception and quickly detects the presence of children in its surroundings, which is why it brutally surprises and frightens them. Many fans of the short have theorized that the true Santa Claus is, in fact, a merciful and patient being, particularly with children. This is evident when it sniffs Leah and quickly tells her she has been good. Interestingly, later, when it begins sniffing around its brother William Billy, it pauses and moves away with a certain sense of rejection, as William had not actually been a good child throughout the year. However, the monster reflects and shows some pity and mercy toward the child. Therefore, it finally tells him that he too was a good child and gives both of them their gifts. In the end, it doesn't do anything bad to them, showing that, in essence, it is a benevolent beast with goodness and patience toward children, traits that are characteristic of Santa Claus. Something interesting is that when it leaves, the mere presence of the creature causes the fireplace to ignite, suggesting that it possesses some supernatural abilities that could even be considered magical. Another curious trait is that when walking, its fleshy and bulbous body makes a sound similar to that of Christmas bells, which connects us to its nature related to the holiday or tradition. A very grotesque and curious ability is that the creature can regurgitate the gifts from its body, expelling them wrapped through its mouth. These are exactly the toys or things that the children truly wanted. Concept artist, illustrator, and director Elliot Dear commented that the monster in his short film is a kind of eldritch horror. In fact, it is the true form of Santa Claus in that universe or reality where Leah and William live. This story is an adaptation of the tale titled All Through the House, which references a phrase from a well-known Christmas carol about Santa Claus. The story was written by the talented author Joachim Heindermans, who has written several short stories and works of science fiction and horror. In 2018, he published a collection titled All Through the House, which included cosmic horror stories related to Christmas, as well as science fiction tales. Elliot Dear mentioned that although the monster in the original story was not described specifically or clearly, he and his team of artists wanted it to be very terrifying, with some Lovecraftian touches, paying homage to the xenomorph designed by the talented artist H.R. Giger. This is why the creature has an elongated head, with no eyes, extremely sharp teeth, and a quadrupedal body. Still, they added certain features mentioned in the story, such as the tentacles and the ability to regurgitate gifts. The director clarified that, because this being is a superior, powerful, and Lovecraftian creature, it was never going to eat the children if they were bad. Instead, it would simply spit out many pieces of coal and scold them, telling them to behave well. After all, this being is Santa Claus, but in that reality, it is a grotesque, Lovecraftian beast rather than a chubby, jolly man with a beard. This Santa doesn't care about eating children. Its only purpose is to give them gifts and judge them for mysterious reasons beyond our understanding. The director also mentioned that almost the entire short was made using stop-motion animation, with a little CGI to bring more life to the children's faces. He stated that, in the end, all the effort was worth it, as he really enjoyed telling this story. Even the author of the original story said that he loved the adaptation. That's all we know about the true Santa Claus from Love, Death, and Robots. Honestly, this episode is one of my favorites from the second season of this epic Netflix short film series. I love the references to the xenomorph, the atmosphere of Christmas horror, and the mystery that surrounds the episode. I also like the concept of everything being shown from the children's point of view, and that this version of Santa Claus, though terrifying and macabre, isn't evil at its core. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did you already know about the true Santa Claus from All Through the House? Did you know its full story? Did you know it was based on a story? And finally, despite what the director said, do you think the Santa Claus would have eaten the children if they were bad or not? Comment your answers to these questions and your general opinion about the true Santa Claus from All Through the House in the epic Love, Death, and Robots series. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. If you liked it, give it a like and share it to support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos.